I'm afraid to do this, but we're going to do it anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is doing the thing, even though we are afraid. I have learned so many things throughout my life, but especially in the past couple of months. One of them is how detrimental the spiritual warfare that's going on our planet is. Everything in our head manifests out into the physical if we don't keep check of it. That's the whole law of attraction, the whole law of manifestation. If we live in a place of fear, fear will manifest in front of our eyes. We will live through war. But we don't have to. We can actively choose for that not to happen. And it starts with you. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to sign anything. You don't have to say anything. At least not in the beginning. All you have to do is you. Your shadow work. Your fears. You have to face your fears. When you heal this, the outside world reflects it. It comes back to you. It mirrors you. Everyone, every person. Being alive is difficult. And death is scary. But we wanted to be here. We wanted to be here. We wanted to heal this planet. We wanted to live through this time. If you resonate with Akashic Records and anything of that, you know what I'm talking about. You signed up for this. You have to do the work. You literally have to. You have to do the work. Okay? For you, for your brother, sister, mother, best friend, the love of your life, your dog, your cat, your turtle. You have to do it. The parts of you that are dark, that are scary, that you don't want to look at, that you run from, that you drink because of, that you smoke because of, that you take whatever drug, whatever thing you can do to distract yourself from it. Whether it's watching television shows or scrolling endlessly on your phone or sex or whatever it is. You have to figure out why you're doing those things and what part of you don't want to see. And you have to look. You have to. For you. And then for everyone else. Because it'll reflect outside of you once it's healed, once it's processed. You have to do it for the planet. I know hero complex is like a thing. And everyone's like, oh, they're trying to be a hero. If we all took responsibility that we are supposed to be the hero in our own story, in our own reality, and we were the hero in that reality, reality would shift. We create it all as we go along. If everyone starts shifting, everyone starts reflecting, the world changes. That's why we have phones right now. That's why you're scrolling. That's why you found this video. That's why algorithms are a thing. It has to do with like quantum stuff. I don't entirely know. I just know that, okay? You have to look at the scary parts. You have to look at them. Ouroboros, you have to look. And the point is not to shame and to judge and to think you're bad or evil or wrong for those parts, because you're not. Those parts are normal. They're supposed to be there. If we were perfect, we would be God and we wouldn't be here, okay? We're supposed to have them. They're supposed to be there. You need your shadow. You need it. And it's not meant to look away from. It's meant to know that it's there for you. It's a part of you. It's meant to be there. That's it. It's loved and accepted as it is. That's what those parts of you need to hear. Your shame, your fear, your evilness, your jealousy, your possessiveness, whatever it is. You see it, you accept it, you love it. It's there because at one point it manifested because it was trying to protect you. In whatever shape or form that resonates for you in the experiences and the life you have had, that is why it is there. Just a reflection that got caught, a shadow. It's meant to be there. And it doesn't make you evil or bad or wrong, okay? It's supposed to be there. And it needs to know that it's okay that it's there. All right? You need to know that it's okay that it's there. Because when you understand that, when you integrate that, oh, it's okay that when I see things I want that other people have, I become jealous, okay? I feel jealousy in my system, okay? When you see that and you acknowledge that inside of you, then you can shift your beliefs. Instead of the belief that, oh, I'm upset because they have it, which means I can never have it, you can shift that belief into, oh, you know what? The universe is showing me this because I am capable of having that also. I wouldn't see it in my reality if I wasn't capable of also having it. That's why it's there. That belief can only be integrated when you accept that there was jealousy there in the first place. It was your sign, it was your messenger to tell you, like, hey, that belief down there, that belief is a survival mechanism. It's not truth. It was just meant to help me in a certain period of my life. And now I'm grown. I have awareness. I can actively choose to be better, to do better, to learn better, to live better. And that's the path that should be followed, should be walked. When we heal these things, it ripples outside of us. When we do the work, when you do the work, your friends will get better. Your family will get better. Your life will get better. It will. It has to. The ripple effect, that's how it works. I'm not saying there won't ever be bad or evil or madness out there in the world. There will be. There has to be chaos. You can't have light without the dark. You can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Okay? It'll always be there. It's meant to be there. Just like your shadow is meant to be there. Yin and yang. You have to have both. You have to. But it'll be so much easier to navigate all of the chaos when your beliefs are truth and not survival mechanisms. Do it for you. Do it for little you. They need it. They want it. That's why you're here in the first place. That's why you signed up to come to Earth School, okay? We all are meant to do this work. If we all do this work, there won't be a War 3. That won't happen. Because we will heal, we will shift the timeline, and the whole Earth will shift around with it. That's how you get from 3D to 4D to 5D. It starts with you. You have to do it. I don't want this to come off like an attack, because I know I'm getting aggressive about it. I just feel strongly about this because I always felt like I had no power, like I had no choice. I was at the mercy of everything around me. Life was happening to me. That's not true. It's happening for me. It's happening for you, not to you. But that belief, that shift, has to come with those shadows too. It doesn't integrate properly until you look at all of your shadows. You acknowledge them. You allow them to be there. You keep moving. Don't give up. Don't give up on the world and assume, no, war will be here, whatever. Don't give up. Please, for the planet. For all the animals that have no choice in the matter. Please. For you. For you. Don't you want to live a good life? Don't you want to be happy? Don't we all? One of the hardest things in life is realizing that you've been suffering this entire time because you were holding the torture idol. You were the one torturing yourself. That sucks. It's not a fun thing to learn, okay? And when you deal with your shadow, when you integrate those parts, that's what you learn. At some point in time, someone else was holding a torture device and they were torturing themselves, and it reverberated and rippled to you. And then you developed a coping mechanism and you picked up that torture device and you started doing it to you. There comes a point in time when you were old enough, aware enough, and experienced enough to choose to put it down. Put it down. Put it down. The more you torture you torture everybody else. You torture the world. Stop torturing you, and everything else will get better. You deserve better. You deserve more. You deserve the sun, the stars, the moon, everything. You do. And if you don't believe that, there's work to do. Because it's true. And you know it's truth. You can feel it. That's why you're here. That's why you clicked on this video. That's why the algorithm, that's why. It's just confirmation. The distant barking, confirmation. Do it for you first. Or do it for others first, if you can't do things for you. Do it because your best friend that's suffering will be better if you do it. Their life will get better. Or your mom, or your dad, or your lover, or your cat, your grandmother, whatever it is. Do it for them then. And then do it for you. If you're like, hey, I don't know where to start, there's a meditation. Ho'oponopono. I think that's how you say it. Don't quote me on that. It's a mantra that you repeat over and over again in a meditation. Mantras are always helpful when you're trying to get in a meditation, especially if you've never done meditation before, because it forces you to say a thing, so you have to think about that thing because you're saying it. Right? So it kind of quiets the brain a little bit. Not entirely, but a little bit. It helps, okay? Ho'oponopono. Oh no, maybe. Again. It's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Something along those lines. And you just repeat it over and over and over and over and over again. And things come up. Trauma experiences come up where you feel guilty or you feel resentful to others. When those things come up, those are your shadows. Look at that situation. Why do you feel guilty in it? Who made you feel guilty in that situation? Forgive that person. Forgive yourself. What did you integrate because of that experience? What guilt did you harbor as a belief? Change it. It's not a snap of the fingers. It won't be that easy, that quick, that fast. It won't. It won't. Sorry, it won't. It'll take practice, and it'll take going over it again. But then when you're in a situation and it comes up and you see a trigger and you see that reflection back at you, a light bulb will go off and you'll be like, oh, that's that thing. That's that guilty thing I feel guilty for. Or that's that grudge I'm holding. That's that thing. And then that belief, that new belief, remind yourself of it. That you're not responsible for other people's actions. Or you are worthy of good things. Whatever the shadow is, that false belief is. And keep moving. More will come up. It's not a one and done thing, but it has to be done. When we learn to walk, we did it so long ago we barely remember, but it was hard. It was hard, okay? You think it's not hard because babies do it all the freaking time. It's hard. The hardest thing those babies ever did, the hardest thing you ever did up until that point was take those steps, was learn to stand and balance and then take those steps. We do it every single day now, most of us. Most of us. Some people walk other ways. They've got tools that help them do that. But we are moving forward is the point, okay? That's to be integrated. We are all moving forward in an ascension, okay? Losing my train of thought. Learning to walk was so difficult at the time. And now we do it without thinking about it. But we're constantly doing it. But it's easy, right? We don't really have to think about walking to the bathroom to brush our teeth or walking to the front door to leave the house. You know what I mean? We don't think about it, but we still do it constantly, and it still enables us through every obstacle that we see in our material plane. It helps us get from point A to point B. That's what the shadow work is. At first, it's really hard, really difficult, right? And then you start walking, okay? And then you're gonna fall down. Sometimes floors are unstable. Sometimes you aren't paying attention and you trip. Same with shadow work. You'll think you have something under control, something will come out, you'll trip. The floor was wobbly. There was a crack. You just weren't paying attention. And it happens out of nowhere and you fall. You get back up, you keep walking. You don't stop walking entirely or moving forward in whatever way you do move forward. Same thing. It gets easier with time. But you still have to practice. You still have to apply the effort and apply the time. You can do it though, okay? If I can do it, you can do it, okay? There's millions of people in this world that are doing it, okay? We're here. I think we're all learning how to use our throat chakras at the moment. It's kind of what this whole eclipse thing is going on. That's another side bit. You don't need to know about the eclipse thing. Whatever time you find this is when you need to find this, okay? Do it for you. Be better for you. Be better for the world. You've got this. You can do it. It might feel like the hardest thing you've ever done. It might be the hardest thing you've ever done. But you've survived everything up until this point. Everything you've been through. You can survive looking at it. Just once more. Maybe 5 times. To really integrate and move forward. Okay? Don't let the fear win. Because then your reality will be nothing but fear. And there's so many better things in this world. Happiness and joy and excitement. Don't let the fear win. You got this, okay? You've got this. You do.